Out in the endless Egyptian desert, where the sand seems to stretch forever, something incredible rises from the earth. Something that has quietly watched over humanity for thousands of years. The Pyramids of Giza aren't just giant stone structures. They feel almost impossible, like they shouldn't exist, like they were built by a world far beyond our own. But they were real, built by real people, with real hands under the burning sun, carrying dreams, fears, and a deep belief in something bigger than themselves. And if you look closely, you can almost imagine the sound of ropes tightening, footsteps pressing into the sand, and voices calling out in rhythm. Because long before they became wonders of the world, they were just an idea, a bold, almost unbelievable idea. It all begins with a king, a pharaoh named Khufu, who dreamed of something that would outlast time itself. In ancient Egypt, life and death were deeply connected, and the afterlife was not an ending, but a continuation. For Khufu, this meant preparing a place where his spirit could live forever, strong, protected, and remembered. At first, tombs were simple, small structures, quiet and humble, resting beneath the desert sands. But over time, those simple shapes began to grow, becoming larger, stronger, reaching just a little higher toward the sky. Builders experimented, stacking layers, shaping stone, learning through trial and error, slowly understanding what was possible. Each attempt brought them closer. Each mistake taught them something new, something valuable, until one day the idea became clear. Not just a tomb, but a mountain of stone, rising perfectly into the sky. A structure so massive, it would make people stop, stare, and wonder for generations. And so the plan for the Great Pyramid began. Bold, ambitious, and unlike anything the world had ever seen. But dreams like this don't come easy, especially not in a place where the sun burns hot and the work never truly stops. Thousands of workers gathered, not as slaves, but as skilled laborers, farmers during flood seasons, craftsmen, and builders. They faced long days, heavy lifting, and endless repetition. Moving stones that weighed more than anything they had ever carried. Every block had to be shaped, transported, and placed with care. There was no room for error. And still the pyramid grew. Slowly, patiently, one layer at a time. Some days were harder than others. The heat, the exhaustion, the doubt creeping in quietly. You can almost imagine a worker pausing, wiping sweat from his face, wondering if this would ever truly be finished. But then he would look up and see how far they had already come. And in that moment, something shifted. A quiet sense of pride, of purpose. Because this wasn't just about a king, it was about building something that would last beyond their own lives. As the pyramid rose higher, the challenge grew even greater, lifting stones to heights no one had ever attempted before. Ramps were built, tools were improved, and teamwork became more important than ever. Every movement had to be precise, every person playing their part in something much bigger than themselves. And slowly, incredibly, the impossible started to look possible. The pyramid began to take its final shape, sharp, strong, and perfectly aligned with the stars. It wasn't just architecture, it was knowledge, mathematics, and belief coming together. And for the people building it, it must have felt like watching a dream become real right in front of them. The top grew closer, the structure more complete, each stone locking into place like a giant puzzle, until finally, after years of effort, the Great Pyramid stood finished, a silent giant standing tall against the sky. But it didn't stop there. More pyramids followed, each one carrying its own story, its own purpose. Khafra's pyramid rose nearby, slightly smaller, yet appearing taller because of the land beneath it. And Menkaur's pyramid joined them, completing the iconic trio we recognize today. Together, they transformed the desert into something extraordinary, a place of wonder. Nearby, the Great Sphinx watched over them, calm and mysterious, as if guarding their secrets. Generations passed, empires changed, and the world continued to move forward. Yet the pyramids remained, untouched by time in a way that feels almost unreal. Travelers came from distant lands, standing where those ancient workers once stood. And just like them, they looked up in awe, still asking the same quiet question: how did they do it? Today, the pyramids are no longer just tombs. They are symbols of human determination. They remind us of what people can achieve when they come together with purpose and belief. Every stone carries a story of effort, of struggle, of hope. And even now, as the desert wind gently moves across their surface, they continue to stand, not just as monuments of the past, but as a quiet reminder that even the most impossible dreams can become real.